Hey guys, I have a match here with Stricken or Linkfreak12 on YouTube. There you go. So we have two battles here. Here's the first one. I lead with Uxie, he leads with Azelf, and yeah, he's just going to do the taunting thing, and that means I can't set up stealth rocks, unfortunately. So I just go for a U-turn and go into Vaporeon, and I do this just because I think he might try to explode on my switch-in. So I go for the protect, hoping he'd explode, and he actually does. So that's pretty good for me, because his Azelf goes down for nothing, and Vaporeon is unharmed, so not too bad. So now he goes into Starmie, and I think he's probably going to go for the Thunderbolt, so I go into Latias, and, yeah, Latias obviously resists Thunderbolt, so it doesn't do a whole lot, and forces him to switch, and he goes into Spirit Tome, as I just go for the Dragon Pulse, and it only does a little less than half with Specs Dragon Pulse, so I'm expecting this thing to be a little special defense tank/wall. He actually goes for the rest, I guess thinking I'd stay in for the second Dragon Pulse, but it ends up being a Rest Talker, so that's pretty cool, and he's going to try to, Sleep Talk and get the, I guess, Dark Pulse off on me. But I'm just going to take this time to set up some Stealth Rocks of my own now, and I'm just going to go for the U-turn to get the heck out of here, because I really don't feel like having Uxie get hit by a Dark Pulse. So I go into Raikou, and I know I said last video I'd start using this thing more, and here it is. So, yeah, he hits me with a Dark Pulse on Raikou, doesn't hurt him too much, and yeah, not much to say. He's going to switch out, and he goes into Dugtrio, and I really should have set up the sub, but instead I went for the Calm Mind. I guess I kind of thought he'd stay in and try to, I don't know, Dark Pulse, but that sucks for me, because I can't switch out because of Dugtrio's, Arena Trap, and yeah, he outspeeds me and KOs me with Earthquake, so that sucks. So I'm going to go into Gyarados, because Gyarados is immune to Earthquake, and I'm pretty sure that thing's choiced in some way. Even if it's not, the Intimidate will pretty much force the switch. So I go for the Dragon Dance, predicting the switch, and he goes into Starmie. And I think I can KO Starmie after a Dragon Dance, so I go for a Stone Edge, and I do, which is pretty epic. And it's a good thing, because that Starmie would have definitely T-bolted me, and there would be no Gyarados left. So he goes into Dugtrio, and he misses the Stone Edge, and that really hurt him. The Stone Edge probably wouldn't have KO'd, but it would have gotten my Gyarados down to a point where it wouldn't have swept like it did in this battle. Because now I have a Dragon Dance, and his counters to Gyarados are pretty much gone. So he tries to go out into Heracross, because this thing also has Stone Edge, he said, but he doesn't survive a Waterfall. And yeah, he goes into Skarmory now, and he predicts my taunt pretty nicely and just goes for the Brave Bird. I taunted just to make sure he couldn't Whirlwind or something. So he goes for the Brave Bird, and it does decent damage to the Gyarados, and I'm going to just start waterfalling him. So, not a whole lot to say. Eventually, I do end up KOing the Skarmory before the Skarmory is able to KO me, which of course isn't good for him, mainly because Brave Bird is doing so much recoil damage to him too. But as you can see, Brave Bird is still doing quite a lot to me, but I'm going to be able to KO him with the next Waterfall. And his last Pokemon is of course the Spirit Tome. With the I just go for a taunt, because I know this Spirit Tome is probably heavily reliant on non-attack moves. Just to play it safe, I go for the taunt here. He wakes up and probably predicts the taunt and goes for the Dark Pulse. And that nearly kills me, but I do survive with 3 hit points. And I'm just going to go for a Waterfall. He survives barely and is able to KO a Gyarados at least. But I just go into Latias for the win after that. So as you can see, he goes for the Dark Pulse. And yeah, that's pretty much game. So, yeah, and after this, Gyarados sweeps are no fun, so we decided to do a little rematch, and here's the rematch, and yeah, this time I lead with an Azelf, and he leads with a Yanmega, and I see that Yanmega, and I'm like, crap, Yanmega's always just destroy me. I really hate fighting them, but what can you do? He goes for the Bug Buzz, I guess predicting my Stealth Rock. I thought he would protect, but good play by him. And yeah, I'm going to go on Lucario hoping he Bug Buzzes again, but he actually goes for a Hidden Power Fire, which is amazing for him. And already I'm just getting completely destroyed by this Yanmega. And this Yanmega happens to be like EV'd so it can survive like physical moves, so my extreme speed does less than half, which is pretty bad. And I just lost Lucario for practically nothing. So I go into Vaporeon, and I'm just kind of hoping I can stall him out and maybe hit him back with like Surf or Hidden Power Electric. Those are the moves I have on this Vaporeon. So not a whole lot to say. He goes for the Bug Buzz, and unfortunately, my Vaporeon isn't going to be able to wake up in time, so that really blows. Yeah, I hardly ever wake up when I want to. Never get the first turn wake, and as you can see, I have a lot of chances to wake up here. I mean, he doesn't kill me very quickly, so kind of blows. I don't wake up. As you can see, I was going for the Protect there to get some HP back, but now he just KOs me. So now I'm just in like a terrible spot. So I decided to go into Raikou. He doesn't want to risk the Hypnosis again, so he just goes for the Bug Buzz, and I'm able to finally take down this Yanmega with Thunderbolt. So right now I'm in like this gigantic hole. I mean, I have 2 Pokemon down and 1 Pokemon at 1 hit point, and all he lost was his lead. So yeah, I'm not in a great position. He goes into Latios, and something I really didn't want to see. And he's going to finish me off with the Draco Meteor, and as you can see, he's faster. That tells me that his Latias is Choice Scarfed, which becomes a big problem, because the Latias I have in this team is Choice Spec, so he's going to be able to outspeed mine. So I go into Gyarados, because it's like one of my only 3 Pokemon I have left, and I go for a Dragon Dance, because my only really chance to win this is to get off some kind of sweep. So yeah, I go into Latias, seeing the Uxie, because I think it might have Thunderbolt, and it doesn't, because he just switches into his Latias, and that forces me to get rid of my Azelf, because I really can't have either Gyarados nor my Latias take that Draco Meteor. So I have to send out my Azelf to die, and now I go into Gyarados, and I just go for the Dragon Dance again, and he didn't use the Thunderbolt the first time, so I'm starting to think that he doesn't have it. So I decide, you know what, I'm just going to try to go for the Taunt. It ends up being good for me because he tries to go for the Reflect. This is like a dual screen Uxie set, he said. So yeah, that Taunt really hurt him. So I'm going to go for the second Dragon Dance on the Switch, and I see this Swampert, and I probably misplayed here. Like, the Taunt was pretty safe. I couldn't have him roaring me or anything. But after that, I try to go for the third Dragon Dance, which probably wasn't a great move. I probably could have 2-hit KO'd him with 2 Dragon Dances, and that extra Dragon Dance allows him to hit me one more time with Ice Beam, and unfortunately that might have cost me the match. You'll see what I mean later. So I go for the Waterfall, and as you can see, it's a 2-hit KO. He continues to Ice Beam me, but I'm still at about half health after I KO this Swampert. So I'm thinking I'm looking pretty good for a sweep. I mean, I do have 3 Dragon Dances, and his big physical wall Swampert's dead. But he actually loaded this team with priority moves. So he goes into Lucario, which of course has extreme speed. He doesn't quite kill me with it, but he also ends up having Azumarill, who has Aqua Jet. And I think his Azumarill's choice banded, or I think it's choiced in some way, probably banded. But either way, it's able to take down my low HP Gyarados. So yeah, here he goes into Azumarill, and he's going to go for the Aqua Jet and KO Gyarados, which is bad because now I only have Latias, and he has a Latias that's faster than mine, so he can just Draco Meteor me for the win. But I actually admire his playing here. Stricken is a pretty good battler. You'll see at the end here. After the battle, make sure you check him out. I'll leave the link in the description. I think I left a link in the I think I left one in annotation or something, whatever it's called. But anyway, yeah, I finish off the Azumarill after 2 Dragon Pulses, and he goes into Uxie. And I'm thinking, why doesn't he just go into Latias for the win? Because he wanted to set up light screen, which was a safe move, and a lot of players don't make that move, but I really think Stricken played that nicely, because as you can see, he's actually going to miss the first Draco Meteor, so he would have lost the match after all that if he hadn't set up that light screen, because that light screen allows him to just barely survive my Dragon Pulse. So yeah, great game, Stricken. Rate, comment, subscribe, guys. Make sure you rate, comment, subscribe him too. He's an awesome YouTube battler. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next time. Alright. Nacho out, Nizzles. Bye. And today's question of the day allows you to draw attention to another one of another good YouTube battler you know. Who is your favorite YouTuber except for me? As for me, I have a lot of YouTubers that I respect on YouTube, and probably one of my favorites is Annie Carrot, just because of her hilarious narration. So anyway, leave a comment.